Okay, today we are going to create a pumpkin using a pattern and texture with a background inspired by Kusama with a level 4 craftsmanship. So you only need today two materials, a black crayon and a colored crayon, perhaps a pencil if you want to sketch your pumpkin first with a pencil. But I'm going to go right in with my black crayon because pumpkins aren't perfect. So if I make a mistake, that's okay. And I'm going to start with my step-by-step drawings. You can follow this or you can follow along with the video. So I like to start towards the top of my paper with a big smiley face. It's going to be for my stem. And all the way down from that smiley face is I'm going to make like an oval shape or another large smiley face. There you go. Second, I'm going to draw my stem. So after you look, little smiley face, large ovally shape, and mine's not 100% perfect because, like I said, pumpkins are not perfect. They're lumpy and bumpy. So I'm going to make a curved line this way, make a small circle off of my curved line, and another letter C or curved line. Okay, as you can see, I made a little mistake there, but I'm just going to make my line a little thicker. That's okay. We're going to add a ton of texture on this. It'll be great. All right, beside mine, I'm going to make more pumpkin with a large letter C. And on the other side, same thing, but a backwards letter C. And I'm showing you how, look, not perfect, that's okay, it's a pumpkin. And in fact, I'm going to get really kind of curvy with the next one. So same step here, like a C shape or curved line. And same way this way. Alright, I have a little room back here, so I'm going to make like a little rainbow shape. So I'm just going to make it look a little bit more 3D. And same back here. And there's your pumpkin. Okay. Now here's the fun part. I put all of these different cool patterns that you can be inspired by. That's like Kusama. She did traditional dots for a lot of them, so it's up to you. We're gonna go right in with our crayon because we do not need to draw these first. Most of them are just circles or lines. And go ahead and draw your wonderful black details. So far, we've only used black crayon. So I'm going to go ahead and let you color in your pumpkins with these details. Remember, you want them to be kind of in a pattern. So nice and neat in a line. I'm not just like scribbling all over it. I'm taking my time making these dots really thick and colored in because we're going to go over top of them afterwards with watercolor. And if they're colored in all the way, it'll cause a crayon resist, which we'll talk about a little bit when we start the watercolor. So you'll be able to paint right over top of these crayons and have a really cool effect. All right, I'm going to pause the video here while you decide how you're going to design your pumpkin, and then I'm going to show you how to do the background. Okay, the last thing you get to do is decide what kind of background you make. And we have it all broken down very easily with triangles or squares. That's about it. Some was a wavy, curvy triangle or a star. It's really up to you. There's not a way to really mess this up. So this is where you're going to use your other colors. So we use black for only the pumpkin. Our pumpkin is done in black. And now you get to choose one other color and do the background. So I just chose this pretty teal green. And maybe I'm going to try this star. So let's make an X and another line and another line. Okay. And then like the letter L almost, or an arrow shape. Going corner to corner. And if you want to make them flat, you can make them flat. I'll show you that over here. So that is the one, and you're just going to keep doing that then. You can draw another X, another big X, and just continue it. And this does not have to be perfect because it's the background. And as you could see, hers was really wavy. I'm kind of going off my page. And even though I made some mistakes, it's going to still look cool when I watercolor it. All right, and here's another way. I said if you want to make your X with a line, and the arrows are too difficult for you, just go straight across. And then make another X with a line and go straight across. Okay, so these are all different ways. You can make triangles. If the triangles are easier for you, just make a bunch of triangles. But you're going to fill in the whole background with these really cool geometric shapes. I'm just going back and forth with different things. And you want to fill space, so you don't want your background to have any blank space because we're going to, once again, watercolor over it with your color, and the background we're going to watercolor over it with black. So, like I said, you do want to press dark with your crayons if you're drawing really lightly like this, and then you paint over top of that, it's not going to show up. So, letter V's, triangles, and it all turns out pretty cool, and just like Kusama's, as long as you're adding different shapes and things back there. And you can break these up as much as you want, make them smaller or bigger. It's really up to you to get as creative as you want with your background shapes and with your dots for your pumpkin. Okay, and the last step is going to be a watercolor resist, and I'm going to show you that now too, and we'll probably get to that in next week's class because you're going to be filling in all your background in your pumpkin today. Before we ever start watercoloring or anything, and before the end of class, make sure to turn over your pumpkin and write your name really big on the back with your crayon today. Since we'll be painting it, I want to be able to see it. So, my name. All right. And that is it for today's lesson.